So class, now we are starting the second topic of this direct and inverse variation. It is inverse variation. Now we are doing inverse variation. Inverse variation means, suppose there are two quantities. Suppose x and y. If we increase x and y decreases, or if we decrease x and y increases, then we can say that what type of relation is there between x and y? It is inverse relation. How it is inverse? Because one type of change is bringing the opposite type of change in the other quantity. If we increase x, y decrease, and if we decrease x, y increase. Okay, so suppose we have a few examples like speed and time. If we increase our speed, then the time taken to cover this distance will decrease. If we increase the speed under normal circumstances, if we increase speed, then our time taken will decrease, and vice versa. If you decrease the speed, time taken will increase, time taken to complete. Okay. Similarly, if we have few men and they have to complete a work, if you increase number of men, then time to complete the work will decrease. If you reduce the number of people working over a working over a project, then it may result in increase in time taken to complete that work. So basically this is the inverse variation. If we have one type of change in one quantity, it results in opposite type of change in the other quantity. Okay, and it is represented as this. We will say x is inversely proportional to y. This is called x is inverse relation is there, so x is inversely proportional to y. Or you can also say that speed is inversely proportional to time. Similarly, number of men is inversely proportional to time taken to complete a work. Okay, so there is inverse relation between them. And we have also done this type of thing, that how to solve it. For this we have to introduce k. K is a constant of proportionality. Okay, so k is constant of proportionality. Now look at this table. Suppose I will write down few values of x and few values of y, corresponding values of y. So suppose this is x, this is y. Suppose if x is 1, y is suppose 10, x is 2, then this value is suppose 20, x is 3, suppose this value is 30. So what we are doing, we are increasing, value of x is increasing, and what type of change is there in the y? Value of y is also increasing. So this is the case of direct variation. Whereas in inverse variation, it will be opposite. Suppose this is x, this is y. If suppose x is suppose 5 and this is suppose 8, this x is 5 and y is 8, and when this is 10 and this is 4. Okay, so what is this? This is the inverse relation. If it is 15, then it becomes 2.6 or so. So what is happening? We are increasing the value of y, x, We are increasing x and here value of y is decreasing, so this is inverse variation. So this is inverse variation. So these are the two types of variation. Okay, now we are doing the second one. First one we have already done. We will do some examples based on the inverse variation now. The first one is y varies inversely as x. Y varies inversely as x. If y is equal to 4, then x is equal to 72. First part is find constant of proportionality. First part we have to find out constant of proportionality. So what we know that this can be written as y is equal to k by x. Y is equal to k by x. Now substituting the values, what we get k is equal to 72 into 4, that will be 288. Second part is find y when x is equal to 9. Find y when x is equal to 9. So y will be 288 divided by 9. We have substituted the value of k and x. So this is the first example. Second we do this. So in second example there is a table in which we have, this is the volume and this is representing the pressure. This we don't know, question mark is there. This is 248, we don't know this. 60, this is 3 by 2. Then we don't know this part, this is 1. Then it becomes 100 and this part we don't know. And like this one, two more parts are there, but last one is this one, we don't know. And it is given that this V is representing the volume and P is the pressure, and volume is inversely proportional to pressure, or this P. Volume is inversely proportional to pressure. So from this we can say that volume is equal to K into K divided by pressure. Yes, K is the constant of proportionality where K is constant. Volume is equal to K into pressure. So now put the values. In this part we know both the values 60 and 3 by 2. So we put this 60 is equal to K divided by 3 by 2. So now we can get the value of K. We can get the value of K and it will be how much? 45 into 2, 90. It will be 90. K will be 90. So we have got the value of K. So now we can solve all the parts. In this part, suppose first one, we say we don't know x, V, so we put it as x, and K is 90 divided by pressure is given as 2. So we can find out first part, so it will be 45. So in first part here we will write 45 and then calculate all the parts like this. Okay, so we can do it. Next example. A shopkeeper has just enough money to buy 52 cycles worth rupees 525 each. He wants to buy 52 cycles and each costs rupees 525 rupees each. If each cycle were to cost rupees 21 more than the amount he has, how many cycles would he be able to buy? Now he has money to buy 52 cycles at a price of 525 rupees each cycle. If he says that price is rupees 21 more, it means it becomes rupees 546 each. If cost of the each bicycle becomes rupees 546 each, then how many bicycles he can buy? Okay. So now, firstly consider, we make a table of this. table method, like in the earlier video for direct variation we have done the table method only. So now this is the number of cycles and this is the cost of each cycle. ठीक है. So cost is rupees 525, number of cycles is 52. Clear? We don't know how many bicycles he would buy when the cost will be rupees 546. Now one thing is clear, if cost increases, then number of cycles he can buy will decrease, because he has the same amount. Suppose he had 50,000, then still he has 50,000 rupees. He had the amount which he was having is the constant in this question. So he was having 52 cycles for rupees 525 each. He was having this much amount, but when he goes there, he found that each cycle costs rupees 21 more. So how many cycles he can buy now? So this is the direct variation, inverse variation, because cost is increasing and number of cycle is decreasing. So this is a case of inverse variation. So this is a case of inverse variation. And how to solve the inverse variation? Question is how to solve the inverse variation. In that direct variation we have done the cross multiplication of these two. Now for inverse variation, multiply these two and put them equal. 52 into 525 will be equal to x into 546. So from this we can find out x will be how much? 50. So he had money for 52 cycles, but due to the increased price he would be able to buy only 50 cycles. Okay. In this inverse variation we multiply the terms in columns and put them equal to sign between them. Whereas in case of inverse direct variation we have done the cross multiplication. Okay. So now next example. Now in next question he says 20 men consume certain quantity in 14 days. There is number of men and there is number of days. So they have fixed stock. So if number of men is 20, they consume the rice in 14 days. In how many days will 8 men consume the same rice? If number of men is number of men is 8, in how many days they will consume the food? In how many days they will consume the food? Now it is clear that as number of men increases, the rice will last for less number of days. Got it? If number of men increases, then the consumption will increase and hence the stock of rice will last for lesser number of days. So this is a case of inverse variation. And if it is inverse variation, it means 20 into 14 should be equal to 8 into x, and we can find out x. So x will be how much? 35 days. Clear? As number of men will increase, the stock they had of rice will last for less number of days, and if the number of men decreases, the food will last for more number of days. Okay. Next we can see Seema cycles to her school at an average speed of 12 km per hour. There is average speed 12 km per hour. It takes her 20 minutes to reach the school. Now time taken is 20 minutes. If she wants to reach her school in 15 minutes, he wants to reach in 15 minutes, what should be the speed? This type of table you will get. speed is 12 km per hour. She takes 20 minutes to reach the school. How much should be the speed? How much should she increase the speeds so that she could reach the school in 15 minutes? So again, if speed increases, if suppose time is given na, if time taken decreases, if time taken decreases means speed increases. So this is a case of inverse variation. And now we can solve it. 12 into 20 should be x into 15. That will be the number of minutes. Okay. Next is same. There is number of men who are employed. How many men? 1800 men are employed to construct a building in 40 days. Number of days they will take is 40 days. How many days will 24 men take to complete that building? So 1800 men can complete in 40 days. How many men will complete in 24 days? As number of days decreases, number of days decrease हो गए, so number of people employed should increase. Firstly the work was done in 40 days, now they have to do it in 24 days, so it means number of workers should be increased. So again this is a case of inverse variation. Inverse variation, and now you can solve it. 1800 into 40 should be equal to x into 24. We can find out the value. Okay. So one more example is there. A fort had provision for 150 men for 45 days. 150 men for 45 days. Number of person 150 men can eat that food for 45 days. Okay. After 10 days, 20 men leave the fort. 25 men leave the fort. After 10 days, how many left? 20 men left the fort. How long will the food last at the same rate? How many days the food will last if they keep consuming it at the same rate? Now there were 150 men and they had food for 45 days. But after 10 days 25 men left. So it means earlier the number of person, if we draw the table, number of person was 150. Now 25 men left. So now the number of person is 125. It is clear? Number of person will be, earlier it was 150, now it is 125. It is clear? And here is number of days we talk. Number of days. Now listen, now look at the things. Earlier the food was supposed to last for 45 days. Clear? Earlier the food was supposed to last for 45 days. But after 10 days 25 men left. Okay. So after 10 days 25 men left, it means the remaining food, after 10 days, the remaining food for 150 people should last for 35 days. Yes or no? Listen, 150 men for 45 days. So it means the remaining food, means after 10 days, the remaining food for 150 men should last for 35 days. 150 के लिए वो कितने दिन बचेगा? 35 डेज का काम चल जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि 10 दिन तो उनको होके खा गए. लेकिन अब 35 डेज नहीं है, बिकॉज नाउ द पीपल इज, नंबर ऑफ पीपल इज 125. सो एज नंबर ऑफ पर्सन डिक्रीज, number of days will increase. So this is a case of inverse variation, and you can solve it. 150 into 35 should be equal to 125 into x. Clear? You can solve it. So this is about the few examples of inverse variation. Next we will discuss compound variation. I hope you understood the things and you will like the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel also. Okay, thank you guys.